Audio Jungle.
In so many words, what do you see ahead for 2026? I wouldn't mind you maybe starting local or micro with your own business, and then maybe talking about how that might be applicable to the rest of the group. Because what Danielle didn't mention that I will is that you are a four-store operator in the Houston market. So I know you're spending a lot of time thinking about what's coming up in the year ahead.
Well, thanks, Brian. It's an honor to be here. I really appreciate it. And just real brief for 10 seconds, I just wanted to comment on how great 2025 was. I know we're going to talk about 2026, but what a great year. And in my mind, nothing complimented 2025 more than the clean show. When I talk to most folks that have been to more than one clean show, most of them have said if it wasn't the best, it was certainly one of the best that the industry's seen in a long time. So hats off, kudos to the CLA for doing a great job contributing to the success of the clean show. I think it speaks for itself. As far as 2026 goes, we're a little bit different in that we're solely owned. My family owns all four laundries, and that's by design. We don't have any partners or anything like that. So for us, leveraging our growth, if you will, has not been a priority, say, as it might be for other folks that have partners or private equity or some of these things. So our approach might be a little different than some other people might be taking. And really, what we're trying to do is we're trying to double down on all the strengths and all the things that we do really well, and we're just trying to emphasize those and perhaps be a little more creative in how we're doing that to stay competitive. I mean, it's quite frankly, the market's gotten more competitive, and that's all good. I'm not saying that I'm afraid of the competition. We have got a lot more people deciding to get in the business for a lot of different reasons. So, in the old days, if you will, if you had a really good location, that alone might ensure the success of your laundry. If it was, it's kind of like if you have a snack vending machine in an office building and you're the only competition in the office building, you're probably going to do pretty well with that location. But of course, even snack machines in office buildings now have other competition with DoorDash or other delivery services and so on that maybe, people eating in their office maybe didn't have 5 years ago. So we're trying to do the same thing with our business. We're trying to double down on a lot of things we're doing, and I would say as we look forward to 2026, we're trying to work harder at marketing, for example, not only with leveraging. Our locations and the business we have to offer, but in some of the services we have to offer. And then also, I would, it used to be if you had a Google business listing that was probably good enough in terms of other people trying to find your business. But now you almost really have to leverage that as well. So those are some of the things we're looking at as we go into 2026 is how we can kind of double down on what we're doing, but leverage it through marketing and advertising as an example.
And Rob, maybe just a quick follow-up, if you don't mind sharing, what do you, in a few words, what do you think are those strengths that you feel like you ought to be doubling down at Laundry Express of Texas?
So for us, as the name implies, with Express Laundry, one of the primary benefits that we sell is convenience and time. So we offer a way for our customers to literally get in and out of the laundry in 1 hour if they want to do that in terms of washing and drying their clothes. And that's why we have the name Express in it. But more than that, Express Laundry, just to focus on our brand, is actually part of a national brand. We trademarked the name through Continental Girbau. We buy their equipment. And so it's part of a national brand. And hopefully we'll have an opportunity later on to talk about that a little bit more. But I think branding is going to be even more critical going forward as one of the ways that you can differentiate your business from, I mentioned a few minutes ago, more competition. And if you have a brand, if you can leverage that, I think that's one of the ways you can differentiate yourself.
That's awesome. No, thanks, Rob. And Dennis, Rob was leaning into branding there, so I know that starts to click some boxes for you. But from where you sit as not just a innovator when it came to creating laundromat marketing programs for your clients, but now also working with some of the consolidation that we're seeing in the distribution side of the business. You've got a unique perspective, store owners, distributors, and manufacturers. So when you look ahead to 2026, what are the couple of things that come to your mind first?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me and for everyone watching this. Yeah, so really I started, in the laundry industry on the financing side, right? And working directly with laundromat owners. And really that experience shaped how I see small business ownership, that pressure, right? The risk and how often owners are making big decisions without much margin for error, right? And later building that spinner, the laundry marketing company focused on helping those owners grow. And when we were acquired by EVI, now we get a chance to work across the industry, helping operators think more clearly about how to build strong, long-lasting businesses. And I was in a store recently where an owner said something that stuck with me. He said, uh, when one machine goes down, and Rob, you could probably attest to this, right? When one machine goes down, the whole place feels it, right? And that's exactly where the industry is heading, right? As more owners are considering multi-store operations, laundromats are becoming more like logistics businesses, right? What matters most is how smoothly everything runs. When machines are working, customers are happy, right? When they're not, trust disappears fast. And the owners pulling ahead are the ones building stores that run well day in, day out, not just reacting when something breaks. And that's a big trend right now.
Well, and I'd argue, following up on that, Dennis, that one of the things I think we could all take some pride in, including those watching today, is that the bar has been raised, right? So customer expectations are higher than they were before, and so I do think that if you're in a crowded market, and a lot of our members are in crowded markets. I was with Rob week before last, and there's an awful lot of stores popping up in Houston, Texas. I know that for sure. And so that's, what he's talking about, doubling down and, trying to, create that better experience. And, Randy, you mentioned a moment ago kind of the different ways that you touch the market, through Alliance, a couple of interesting ways. What are some of the things that you're hearing from your clients and your colleagues when it comes to looking ahead to the new year?
Yeah, I echo a lot of what we've already heard, and it's driving off of that customer experience. I think our customers expect more than even 15 or 20 years ago. I think we cater to a demographic that we like to think is transient, right? Like you are in an apartment here and you move to another apartment, and we lose that customer. But I think what we're driving is the expectation that if they had a great experience at a laundromat in their previous town or the previous city, and when they move, that expectation's high again, right? They're going to seek out a laundromat that delivers everything that they're looking for. So what we're hearing on our side is what can we do as an equipment manufacturer, as a technology company, to number one, deliver that customer experience, but number two, remove any friction points that stand in the way of delivering that. From a payment standpoint, a friction point for that laundromat owner that, like Dennis said, allows them to scale their business, but still never lose touch of it if I'm a multi-store owner. So it's customer experience, it's driving technology solutions that are going to deliver ROI and really bring it to the next level.
Yeah, no, it's a great way to start off, gentlemen. And if I'm kind of taking notes and thinking this through as listening to the three of you, I mean, I think we do a lot worse than looking at 2026 in part as an opportunity to further improve the laundromat customer experience.